Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to Low Carb Recipe Ideas. Today we're going to make low carb coconut cupcakes. Now I've got this recipe from Guilt-Free Desserts. It's a actual recipe book that I have on my site, and you can check it out at lowcarbrecipeIdeas.com. And you can purchase this book. I've done a few videos from her recipes, and I decided I was going to do one more. It's Easter coming around the corner. I thought, let's make some coconut cupcakes and decorate the tops maybe with some colorful icing with some coconut, just to make it a little more cheery. And it's actually, the Guilt-Free Dessert book is from healinggourmet.com. So let's get started and we'll show you how to make them. So the first thing we're going to do is, and I've already done it in advance, is that I've taken 2 cups of unsweetened coconut, which is right here, and I have put it in my Ninja and I have ground it up. Now you can use any kind of food processor, you can use Magic Bullet, anything along that line to do your grinding up of your coconut. So I'm going to add the 2 cups of coconut into my bowl. And then I've also done the same thing with my almonds. Now these almonds, they have the skin on them. They are lesser in carbs if you buy the ones with the skin on them. The ones that are blanched, they're white, and they actually have more carbs in them, but I use these ones. So we're also going to add a 1/4 cup of almond flour, almond meal, 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, a pinch of salt, 1/2 cup of xylitol. Now I've also taken my xylitol, it's quite crystallized, big chunks, so I've put it in my Ninja also and made it into powder. And then I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of stevia into the mixture, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and now we're just going to mix this all together. So I've got them all mixed together quite nicely. I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to bring over another dish, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. These are all our wet ingredients, into another bowl. I have a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. Now the coconut milk I had gotten is Millie's, and you have to go into the kind of the Oriental international aisle to find this kind of stuff, because that's where they seem to keep it. And for a 1/4 cup, it's 2 carbs for this. And if you look, you're going to find other brand names that there's a lot more carbs in them, so just be careful. Try and pick the lowest one that you possibly can. And I've got 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Organic coconut oil is what I'm using. Now I put it in a pot and I melted it. You can use the microwave if you wish. I try to prevent using the microwave as much as possible. And then I'm going to add 3 eggs. So I'm going to turn on the mixer, mix this all up. There we go. And now we're going to add in our dry ingredients. So we already have everything mixed together. And I'm just going to use the mixer. done is I've taken my muffin tin, and instead of using the paper, I like using my silicone cupcake holders. They're awesome. They peel off so much easier, and I just find it. I think I paid $12 for the 12 of them, and I just find that I just wash them, use them again, and they just work wonderfully when we're baking them in the oven. So we're going to just fill our muffin tins 3/4 full, and it works out to be about 1/4 cup per cupcake. Last one. Now I'm going to get my spatula and see if I can get some extra out of here. Now we're going to put them in the oven at 325 for 18 to 20 minutes. Now everybody's oven is different, so we just need to figure out by testing them whether or not they are cooked enough. I put a little not enough in one of these here, so we'll just move it around a little bit. Okay, so they're going in the oven at 325 for 18 to 20 minutes. While my low-carb coconut cupcakes are cooling down, I'm going to make the icing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a block of Philadelphia cream cheese. It's 250 grams. I actually used the light. And we're going to mix it together. You leave it out of the fridge for a while and let it soften up so that it won't be so hard to work with. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and 3 tablespoons of xylitol, which I put in the Ninja food processor and made it into powder. So we're going to mix this together. Now I want it to be a little runnier than what it is. It's quite thick. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of water in there and we'll mix it together. There we go. Now since I've got all my cupcake or my cupcakes out of their containers, I've got them sitting here in front of me, and I have my icing. So I'm just going to take and divide it up, the icing, divide it up into each bowl. And Easter's just around the corner, so I thought, oh, I think it'd be kind of cute to have some colorful cupcakes for Easter. Adults love it just as much as kids when you have fun things, so I thought it would be kind of nice to do this. So I have 4 colors of food coloring, so I thought I would take and put in, and we have to just experiment. There's 4 drops of the green, so we'll mix it around. So I'm going to put 4 drops of red in the one bowl, 4 drops of the yellow, and 4 drops of blue. And if you want it stronger than that, then you're very welcome to add more if you would like. So now I've got them all mixed, so I've got a pretty blue, and I've got my yellow, and my pink and my green. So I'm just going to take approximately a tablespoon and I'm going to ice the top of my cupcakes. And I'll work on this, and I'll be back to you when I get them all done. Now that I've got them all iced, I've got a bowl of unsweetened coconut, and I'm just going to roll them in so we will have coconut on the top of our cupcakes. Very easy, it's fun. The kids will enjoy it for Easter, and the carbs in the cupcake itself is only 1 carb. Like, that's just absolutely amazing, and they're very, very tasty. Isn't this fun? I've got all my cupcakes ready for Easter, all the pretty colors. Instead of having the Easter eggs and stuff, you're looking at 2.5 net carbs for a coconut, low-carb coconut cupcake. And remember, the recipe is from Healing Gourmet, Guilt-Free Desserts. It's a book that I have on my site, low-carb-recipe-ideas.com, that you can purchase. They're very tasty. I hope you give them a try. It's amazing that you're not having any flour in this cupcake. Very tasty. And I think you would really enjoy it without the icing also. You go to my low-carb-recipe-ideas.com, check out this recipe. Happy Easter, everyone, and try some of my other recipes. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.